I'm going to show you why I love Fusion. Not how to use it, but why I love it. This is a chair called the Afibo chair. It's from the 60s, I believe. A friend of mine did a podcast on this, and it was a SolidWorks demo, and it had so many steps, and I'm going to show you why I just built this very quickly in Fusion's form environment. And the beauty of this is you can see you build this kind of basic wireframe, and I can make changes to it that are very smooth and instantly adjustable. So let's say I just did this and I want to make that back of the seat dip down a little bit more. Maybe the front's going to come up a little bit more. So this is just one kind of sheet. You can see it's hollow in the bottom. And then once I'm done, I've got these additional operations. So I'm going to finish form, and it's going to thicken it and then cut the legs out. And so you can see that it's got some thickness to it, and then I added some little fillets on the edges of the corners down here. And that is something I just did in a few seconds. I made an alternate version of that. That's the real power of this program. So let's take a look at, here's a little fire plane I did for a toy company, Green Toys. Let's turn off some of the sketches and stuff. There's some color breaks on here. Let me just go back to the original form environment. So this is the form environment, all these little purple tools. And this is that area where I was just showing you where you can I got to update these because the program lives in the cloud. It's constantly, they're making it better. And so they're saying, hey, you know what, we just improved this a little bit. So I'm going to make a taller deck there. Now that looks kind of dumb. Let's say actually I did do this. We made this and the handle was just a little too small inside here to get your hand. So we 3D printed it and decided so I could just pull that up a little bit or maybe pull it back a little bit. I think what I did is I raised this whole roof. So you can see I can select kind of panels. I can select individual lines or individual points. Maybe that handle is a little too wide in the middle. And let me try to get one edge here. And it's got symmetry as well, so I can kind of just do these fine adjustments in the sculpting environment. Okay, and then I built this with different components, so you can see this is the engine nacelle, and I've got, let's turn on bodies for a second. Well, get the prop, and there's one more piece down below here. What's this one? I guess it's this. So for example, let's say I want to move this over, edit form. Maybe I wanted those engines more outboard. And I'll say okay. And I've only got one because it's going to reflect. I've only got one window because that reflects. And all these operations are going to perform. And notice that this is further out. And let's hit finish form. And it will copy that, put it on the other side, merge all those bodies together, and then add a bunch of radiuses, radii. In this case, this one broke. And you can see down here, that red one means it lost its reference. So, but I can go back here and say, edit this feature again. And what was it? 0.03. Let me actually just do a new one. So click on this, and it was 0.03. Oh, not 0.03. So I just go back and re-edit that feature. Instead of 0.03, get rid of that O, it was 0.3. There we go. Nice big blendy transition. And let's go back and change the color. Because there we go. And I'll have to do that on the other side as well. But you can see how quickly I can modify something and change the shape. I could finesse this for forever and just get it absolutely where I want it. It's kind of like three-dimensional sketching is what I like to think of it as. So let's close that. Don't save that. Here's a little Doom buggy. I've got a one issue with the surface here is inside out, so let's reverse that. Oop. Okay, there we go. So you can see this whole little dune buggy I built all in Fusion's form environment, including the little characters and the string and everything. And then I can do some nice little renders. Let's go take a quick look at render. The render's not as powerful as Keyshot, but it's actually pretty darn good. So a lot of times, instead of going from one program to another, I'll just use this. So once you click go, it starts resing up. It takes a while on your computer, but by the time you're done, you get a pretty photorealistic render right built in. There's a couple other environments. I'm going to stop this because we don't have the time to go through this. So I've got the design environment where I build stuff. I've got generative design. We're not going to get into those things. Animation, simulation, manufacture, drawing. So it's a really powerful program. I've also got all these different, in the design environment, I can work on solids, I can work on surfaces, form, mesh, sheet metal, and tools. And mostly I'm just working in form and some solid and a little bit of surface. But these other ones are certainly powerful for different things, but these are the ones I would concentrate on for tutorials. Don't save that. Last one here, this is kind of using, it's using the solid environment, but the beauty here is you can kind of see I built this three-dimensional wireframe, and this is for a roll cage that had to fit over an existing car in a very specific place and not collide with any of the surfaces. So I could build this and then pipe it, which gave it the thickness, and then I could actually go in here and move these little points around. If something was touching, I just scooch it in a little bit, and then it would rebuild and add all the radiuses back in and everything. And so this took a while to get it to the right, both the right fitting shape and the right look. But by the time it was all done, it looked great. And got some little headlights on there. This is for a toy company called Modari that I was one of the founders of. And I think I'm going to stop there. I just want to show you the power of Fusion. Don't save that. All right, thanks for watching.